さらば地球よ旅立つ船は宇宙戦艦ヤマト
Ship Review.
Tier 10 IJN Battleship Shikishima, the official battleship of not letting your memes be dreams. Shikishima is symbolism incarnate, a big hunk of metal that represents the mighty power of an entire nation and its fleet, but it also represents the wet dreams of many weeaboos and history aficionados alike. But let's get to the point. Shikishima. 6 510mm guns. Highest AP alpha of the game. With a gun sound that should have an anaphylaxis warning for the excessive amount of nuts it creates. Shooting Shikishima is like cracking your knuckles, probably not good for your health, but damn if hearing that sound is not satisfying on the ears. The sound on these guns is so good that it should be THX certified. It should be the main bullet point when buying this thing. You are not hiding when using this ship. Ships will turn the guns to you the moment that orgasm-inducing blast of sound covers the battle. What can you do? Your guns clap hard and those hips don't lie, so get on the dance floor and show them what you've got. But okay, maybe we are going a bit fast. Cut the music for a second. I will be very honest with you, and very blunt about it. At first I really thought Shikishima was a chunk of garbage, and just before writing this review I was planning on beating this thing with a metal bat, because yikes, another bad Japanese premium. But when I was about to give out on this ship, I decided to do something extremely stupid. I took my Yamato Isoroku captain and respexed it, and bolted 4 full secondaries. IFHE included no concealment expert. It was supposed to be a joke, but this is what happened. Tier 10 Shikishima, the thing your neighbors complain about when you blast the guns at full volume in the middle of the night. Now let me make this clear, before you unicums start posting my review on Discord saying that I recommended this build on a tier 10 battleship, please hear me out for a second. I know this is not the right build, this is not even competitive in most cases, but damn is it fun to melt down on cruisers and battleships with 37mm of pen on the Haraguma strapped to your sides. So please, do yourself a favor, and try it out. There are better ships than Shikishima to snipe at range, legendary mod Yamato being the first thing to consider if you want that playstyle. Shikishima is an experience that you have to meet at its own terms, and I'm damn glad that I tried such an awful joke of a build. Yes, you will suffer from HE spam if you get too close too soon, but that goes for any secondary ship. To play this build you want to wait it out for your team to do the pushing for you. You can still snipe out stuff giving you broadside. Even with the secondary build you still have good dispersion, with good being put in quotes bigger than Shikishima's guns. Who cares about dispersion when one of your shells alone can do 6k damage on a normal pen? And the closer you get to the battle the more likely you are to hit more shells, drastically making your damage go up even without getting citadels. And for sure you can get plenty of those, and a citadel from Shikishima hurts harder than stepping on a Lego. Almost 20k damage on whatever poor sod gets just the one citadel from you. Cruisers are scared of you, except the ones that can nose into you without worrying about overmatch, or the ones that have so little armor that they can just shrug off your shells passing through. Like I said before, you have a Haragumo strapped on each side, and even though they have no improved dispersion, the amount of shells you put out in the air makes up for it in some way. Unlike First, you have to give little to no broadside to use your secondaries. They have firing angles good enough to almost shoot perpendicular to the enemy ship, and because 2/3 of your main guns are located on the front, the famous cheek weakness found on the Yamato class battleships is a non-issue when it comes to making the most out of your secondaries. You want to take the module on the slot 1 that improves the health of your secondaries, as any amount of HE spam will knock them out without it. And yes, that front secondary turret will be disabled most of the time, as it is the perfect spot to eat HE shells when going Bowen. I could pull out a list of the stats and numbers to sell you on Shikishima as a ship, but you can probably find better places for that kind of stuff. What I want to say with this review is that I was pleasantly surprised by Shikishima. For the most of my matches I was bored to hell because I tried to play it like a sniper, and I'm not saying that you can't do it, but you are probably better off using a Hio or Slava for that role. Giving Shikishima a new chance for me was getting fed a good old chunk of humble pie, and it makes me wonder if there are other ships that I've dismissed before that could be holding out a surprise for me. Is this worth the steal it costs? Maybe. That answer is up to you and you only. If what you have seen so far seems at all interesting to you, then perhaps you want this ship. Or maybe you are better off getting Borgon or Stalingrad. Who knows? The Japanese always believed in the last fight. A grandiose event, a clash of titans fueled by honor and justice where every man gives everything they have to defeat their foe in one last battle. For them, that be-all end-all event was the sinking of Battleship Yamato, fighting until the very last moment. There's something to be said that the idea of an honorable fight is something unreasonable, and that careful planning and numbers always leads to winning. I feel that when playing Shikishima we get a chance to prove ourselves in that last fight. Sometimes we will fail miserably and sink to the bottom, but sometimes we do pull through. We win that duel no one expected us to win. Shikishima sailing into the horizon, a symbol of giving everything you have and not letting it be in vain. That's the Shikishima experience. Have a good day everyone.
Oh no, yawn. Yeah. Can you even parkour? Not with that belly. That's what I thought. Haha, safety circle. Safety circle. What you gonna do about it, hmm?
A few moments later.
Ah!